Mathematicians, Miss Johnson, and today we're going to be talking about unit rates. So a rate is, all a rate does is compare two numbers, two units of measure. Common examples of rates: miles per hour, miles per gallon, prices per pound or price per ounce, cost per item, students per teachers, feet per second. Like, rates are used actually quite a lot. Okay, a unit rate compares two units of measure where one of the values is a 1. So for example, 60 miles per hour, or $1.99 per pound, 22 students per teacher, 32 miles per gallon. All of those are comparing it to 1 mile as opposed to 650 miles in 10 hours. So 650 miles in 10 hours, that's rates, but it's not a unit rate. So to find the unit rate, we have to divide. Okay, so we can write 650 divided by 10, right, like this. We can write it as a fraction, or we can write it like we're actually going to divide it. Okay, so our unit rate would be 650 divided by 10 would give us the unit rate of 65 miles per hour. So if I go 650 miles in 10 hours, I'm going about 65 miles per hour. That would be the unit rate. Okay, another example would be $325 for 2 tickets. So to get the unit rate, we would have to take the 325 and divide it by 2. And that would give us a unit rate of $162.50 per ticket. Okay, so that's unit rate. So let's practice and see what this looks like as questions. Okay, so you should have this paper. If you don't have this paper, write down the important information and then copy down in your notebook. Okay, so Kroger has 1 pound butter on sale when the Kroger card is used. What is the cost per ounce when the Kroger card is used? Round to the nearest cent. Okay, I don't know if you can see it or not, but right there, it tells us that it's 16 ounces. It tells us here that it's a pound of butter. So if we didn't see that 16 ounces down there, we could look on our reference chart to see how many ounces are in a pound. Okay? All right, so it says what is the cost per ounce when we use the card. Okay, so if we use the card, see, it's $2.99 each. Okay, so we're going to say $2.99 divided by 16. That's messy. Let me write that again. So $2.99 divided by 16. Right? 16 goes into 2 0 times. 16 goes into 29 once. Subtract. Bring down the 9. 16 is close to 20. So 20 can go into, that 139 is close to 140. So 20 can go into 147 times. So I'm going to estimate with 7. So I'm going to come to the side. I'm going to say 16 times 7. It's 2, 4, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, that might be a little low. So let me try 8. 128, that's probably right. So let's do 8. So that'll be 128. And give us 11. Add a 0, bring it down, because it tells us to round to the nearest cent. So I need to know if that's going to stay at 8 or if it's going to go to a 9. Okay, so I already did 16 times 7 was 112. So that's 112 is too big. So that means this is going to be a 6. It's close though, right? So that'll be 36. 7, 8, 9. And when we subtract, that'll give us 14. Okay, we don't have to keep dividing though, because it tells us to round to the cent. And the hundredths place is the cent place, right? So we're going to look at the 6. And does the 6 make the 8 stay at 8, or does it make it go to a 9? Whoops. Right, it's going to go to a 9. So when we round it to the nearest cent, it's going to be 19 cents per ounce. Okay, so if we grid that in our griddable, we don't have to put the positive, but the 19 cents will be behind the decimal, right? Because our decimal is right here, right? This is the tenths place, hundredths place, and that's the tenths place, hundredths place. And then do you think we have to put the 0 in front of the decimal? You don't have to, but you can. How much is saved per ounce by using the Kroger card? That's our next question. How much is saved per ounce by using the Kroger card? Okay, so to get how much was saved per ounce, the original price was $3.99. So we would have to take $3.99 and divide it by, that is messy, $3.99 and divide it by 16. Oh, I wonder if I could take $1 and divide it by 16, and that would give me how much is saved per ounce, because I'm saving $1, right? Well, we'll see if that works. All right, let's see. So 16, so that's 0. It goes twice. So 32. I'll try to write small. 7. Bring down the 9. We'll go 4 times. And 16 times 4, I think, is 64. Yep. 64. Subtract. That'll be 15. I'm going to kind of bring it over here because I'm running out of room. Bring down my 0 because I'm going to have to round. So that is going to give me, it's probably going to be more than 8, or it's going to be 8 from that other one that we did over there. No, it's going to be 9. And 16 times 9 is 144. And we can stop, because when we round this, right, we're going to round it to the cents. This 9 is going to make that 4 go to a 5. So without the card, I'm going to do W like that, without card. And then with the card, it was 19 cents with card. So how much is saved per ounce? So we would have to figure how much was saved. We would have to add them. No, subtract, right? We would have to subtract. So we're saving 6 cents per ounce. So I wonder, what I said at the beginning, if we took $1 and we divided it by 16, if we would get 6 cents. I'm going to do that on the calculator. So 1 divided by 16. Yep, sure is. It's 0.0625. And that 2 would leave that 6 a 6. So if we took how much we saved and divided it by 16, it would still give us the same. So a different way to solve that one. So that was cool. Okay, so unit rates are all about dividing. All right, let's find out about Catherine here. So Catherine spent 1 hour and 20 minutes. 1 hour, that should be hour probably. Catherine spent 1 hour and 20 minutes writing a 500-word paper for Miss Boxley. What was the average amount of words Catherine wrote per minute? So we want words per minute. So the words are being divided by how many minutes? Okay, so it tells us that there's 500 words. I'm going to write this like this. Words per minute. Okay. So the 500 is definitely at the top. That's going to be broken up into pieces. But we have 1 hour and 20 minutes. And we need minutes. So how many minutes are in that hour? Yep, 60. So 60 plus 20 is going to give me 80. So an 80 is going to go at the bottom. So we're going to do 500 divided by 80. So go ahead and practice your division. Oh, we could raise so you could finish faster. Ooh, that was messy. Oops, I didn't bring up my decimal. Where does the decimal go? That's why you should bring it up right away so you don't get confused. So she types 6 and 25 hundredths words per minute. All right, so go ahead and grid that. This one's actually pretty easy because it fits perfectly in there. So 6 and 25 hundredths. All right, so read number 3, give it a try, and then check your work. All right, so this word right here, they have a table for remnant material. We probably don't really know what that means, right? But we can still answer this question without it. So it says they have 2.5 yards of material for $2.99 and then 6 yards for $7.78. If the material is the same, which one would be the better buy? So when we're looking for the better buy, all that means is the one that is cheaper. Okay, we're looking for the one that's cheaper. Okay, so right here, this 2.5, since this is a decimal, we need to go ahead and make this a decimal as well. Hopefully you have what 2.5 is as a decimal memorized. And we just have to divide those two things. So pause the video, practice your division, and then check. Unpause it and check. I'm going to go ahead and stop there for that one. That should be enough to help us know what the answer is. Oh, Miss Johnson messed this up. Nobody told me. That's one bad thing about not being in class. Gonna move that decimal. There, that makes more sense. So this one's gonna be $1.19 per yard. All right. Then when I got over here and I was looking how many times the 6 go on a 7, I thought, oh, something must be wrong with that other one. I didn't write it correctly. Shame on Miss Johnson. $56, $57. Nope, 8. Nope, that's 48. 54. Struggling to remember my 6 facts there for a second. So it would be 58 minus 54. 54. And I don't need to keep going because I've got $1.29 per yard, or we've got $1.19 per yard. So which one would be cheaper per yard? So the 2.5 yards so the better buy is 2.5 yards for $2.99 because it's only $1.19 per yard. Okay, so unit rates, just dividing. All right, a file clerk filed 200 pieces in 4 hours. So sometimes it helps to write the number so that you can remember that that's there. It says her supervisor said she must file at least 30 pieces per hour. Make this a little smaller. At least 30 pieces per hour. So this is what she is doing, and she has to do at least 30, so it can be 30 or more pieces per hour. By how much does she exceed this amount? So how much does she exceed means to go over. So how much does she go over that amount? Okay, so we're going to do 200 divided by 4 so we can see how much she does in 1 hour. And she does 50 per hour. That's good. And then she must do at least 30. So how much does she exceed? We would say 50 minus 30 is 20 per hour over. So exceed means to go over, like you exceed the speed limit means you're going over the speed limit. All right, number 5. Please pause the video and try it yourself. All right, Zach burns 51 calories when he played volleyball for 15 minutes. At this rate, how many calories does he burn? Does Zach burn in 1 minute? Okay, so there's a word missing there. But at this rate, how many calories does Zach burn in 1 minute? So we're looking for calories per minute. So it's 51 calories in 15 minutes. Okay. So we want how much in 1 minute. So we need to divide. All right. So I know it's 15, 30, 45, 60. So it's going to be 3. Now, when you look at your answer choices, right, it says fraction, so I'm not going to put a decimal and a 0. I'm going to make my remainder my numerator, and then my denominator will stay the same, right? Your denominator is the 15. So when I look at that, can I simplify that? Because 6/15 is not over there. Is there a number that can go into 6 and 15? Yep, 3. 3 is a factor of both of them. So that's going to 6 divided by 3 is 2, and 15 divided by 3 is 5. So our answer is 3 2/5 calories per minute, which is D. Okay, please pause the video. Try number 6 by yourself. Okay, so we're looking for kilograms per minute. So kilograms per minute. So it's 3 1/4 kilograms in 3/4 minute. Okay, I'm not freaking out because that looks really funny, but I'm not freaking out because I know that this line right there means that I have to divide, and I know when I divide fractions, I divide it like this. So I'm not freaking out. Do Texas. Well, a lot of kids call it Texas. So we're going to do 4 times 3 is 12, plus 1 is 13. So 13/4 divided by 3/4. And then we're going to multiply by the reciprocal, and we help ourselves remember that by saying keep, change, flip. So we're going to keep the 13/4. We're going to change divide to multiply, and we're going to take the reciprocal. Can we simplify? Ooh, yes, I love it when we have the same number. Makes it so easy. 4 divided by 4 is 1. 4 divided by 4 is 1. Can't do 13 and 3, so we're going to multiply straight across. So 13 times 1 is 13. 1 times 3 is 3. And it's improper, so we're going to have to do neato or divide. Numerator in, denominator out. Okay, our remainder becomes our numerator and our denominator stays the same. So our answer is 4 1/3 kilograms per minute. Is it over there? Yes. 4 1/3 kilograms per minute. Oh, that looks funny because I circled the 4. Okay. All right, one more. Okay, it's your time to practice. Please practice. Don't just watch the video. You try it yourself first. All right, it says, which of the following is a true statement? So Bouncy has the least expensive per pound, least expensive per pound, most expensive, same cost. Okay, so we have to figure out how much each of these costs for 1 pound. So that means we are going to have to divide each one, right? So Bouncy Dog, you want to keep your work organized so you don't have to figure out what's what, okay? So that's why we just label that. So we're going to take the price and divide it by the number of pounds for each one. 10 can go into 5, 0 times, bring down this 0, and then 10 goes into 55 times. So be careful of that. Okay, so this one, I'm going to put it right over here, is $1.05 per pound. That LB is the abbreviation for pound, right? All right, so Happy Doggy is $6. So it's 1, 4, 8, 12, 16, 25. Okay, so this one's $1.50 per pound. And then Bark Food, that's a funny name. Bark Food is $25 for 20 pounds. It's 1. Okay, so this one's $1.25 per pound. Okay. Bouncy Dog is so we're looking at A. Bouncy Dog is the least expensive. So Bouncy Dog sure does look like that, $1.05. So I'm going to put a true right here. Right now I'm going to look at Happy Doggy is the least expensive per pound. So Happy Doggy is $1.50. That's actually the most expensive per pound. So we're going to put a false. Bark Food is the most expensive per pound. No, it's in the middle, so that's false. Bark and Happy Doggy is the same amount. Bark and Happy Doggy. Nope, that is false. So which one is true? A. Okay, you're going to have some practice on unit rates that you need to do. Practice hard so you can really learn this and get this. All right, have a great day.